Hey, yo, new Fantastic Four leak is a game changer. Full breakdown. This is the Den of Nerds. I do not think he's talking about Marvel Rivals. We just fucking reacted to that shit. Oh, I cussed already. Make sure you hit that like button and sub button to help the content be pushed, because I'd be cussing, man. But let's check this out.
You know the phrase, this changes
Hopefully
everything.
he's not talking about Marvel Rivals
Around a lot these days.
It better be a
But
fucking
this new leak
project.
for the Fantastic Four movie, really?
Movie! Let's go. We got a movie.
Change everything we thought we knew about the film.
I can prove it. I can prove it. Watch this.
In order to properly explain why that is, I'll need to talk about the established leaks for this film just a bit. However, as you're about to see, there's still a lot of mystery around what exactly is going to happen in this movie. This is actually a movie I'm really excited.
Bro, I haven't watched a Den of Nerds video in so long. Josh looks so different, man. I used to watch his content a lot back, like when the MCU was going on in its heights, and also like Star Wars stuff. I know he paired up with Star Wars Theory.
Excited for is the leaks are
wow, the algorithm's pushing this shit though.
Past year. I love the Fantastic Four. I love Galactus.
Yeah, we just talked about the Fantastic Four, man.
The real Silver
Dude,
Surfer,
the Silver Surfer
hopefully still shows up in this movie at some point. And of course, I love Doctor Doom in this film. Might be the first time.
Wait, oh no, I forgot about that.
We get a look at RDJ's Doctor Doom. So in this video, you're gonna learn a lot about the rumors that are out there for the Fantastic Four, including these brand new ones that sort of recontextualize.
Bro, let me know down below if y'all are excited for the Iron Man Doom, which was apparently we're getting from the multiverse. I don't know how it's gonna work.
Everything we've heard.
So weird.
Spoiler warning, but let's now get into these leaks about the Fantastic Four movie. This movie, frankly, sounds absolutely insane. We know the film takes place in an
I forgot. They casted the whole team already.
alternate universe to the MCU.
Oh, Pedro, please don't disappoint.
Universe. We know that Galactus is the main villain, and we even know that the Big G himself will be coming to Earth, and the rumors are he's coming to Earth.
So it's Fantastic Four 2, but hopefully good. And hopefully in 2025 or 6.
Now, Franklin Richards is one of the
Yes. Okay, we're cooking already.
the coolest and most powerful characters
he's
in
meta.
Marvel Comics. I actually can't believe that Marvel Studios is doing Franklin Richards. And if
Wait,
the rumors are true, Marvel's
he say Marvel Rivals?
Coming to Earth, and the rumors are he's coming to Earth because of Franklin Richards. Now, Franklin Richards is one of the coolest and most powerful characters in Marvel Comics. I actually can't believe that Marvel Studios is doing Franklin.
Okay, never mind.
Richards.
I was tripping.
If the rumors are true,
he'd be broken
Marvel
in that
Studios
game.
has a lot of plans for this character in the Fantastic Four movie and potentially in the next two Avengers films. Franklin is, of course, the son of Sue Storm and Reed Richards. He's also an Omega level mutant. Recently in comics, they did this really weird thing where they retconned that he was an Omega level mutant and he was just a reality warper that like gave himself the X gene. Thanks, Marvel Comics. I hate it. I prefer it when he was an Omega level mutant, and I hope Marvel Studios keeps him as an Omega level mutant. Anyway, Franklin is a reality warper, and he's done some of the craziest feats of power that we've ever seen in comics, period. I don't want to go down the whole laundry list here because it would take up a long time in this video. You'd probably feel like I was padding it for
yeah, if you thought Professor X or you know, the Phoenix were like crazy, yeah, this guy shits on him.
But he's made pocket universes and dimension. He aged himself up to adulthood when he was a child just because he wanted to. He fought against mad Celestials, and he even made Galactus into his herald. He didn't become a herald of Galactus.
Wait,
he made Galactus into Franklin's herald.
I did not know that was a thing.
The rumors are that Franklin is somewhat of the focus of the Fantastic Four film. We've had established rumors that the reason that Galactus comes to Earth is because of Franklin Richards. And there have also been some other weird rumors that Galactus will actually come to Earth when Franklin Richards is born. But we seemingly know that Franklin will be aged up at some point in the movie as well, and he'll age up even further for when he is seen in Avengers Doomsday.
I'm curious how they're gonna write Galactic coming to Earth when he's born, and then assuming he's gonna leave to come back later when he's aged up. That is interesting.
Thanks to some leaks from Daniel RPK, which basically say that they cast somewhat like a 4-year-old for Franklin in this movie, but that he's gonna end up being aged up to 13 by the time we get to Avengers Doomsday. So,
man, shout out to that child actor, bro. I hope he doesn't get hate like Anakin did.
He'll be aged up almost to 13 within the Fantastic Four film. But this is where the new rumor comes in, which kind of shakes the earth of a lot of the stuff we just talked about. It's kind of difficult now with this new information to go back and try to figure out how all of this stuff fits together. The new report says that in the Fantastic Four, the team disbands after the birth of...
we got the female Silver Surfer, bro. This guy knows what he's doing.
Franklin Richards, but comes back together when the Silver Surfer arrives on Earth to warn them about Galactus.
Wait, comment down below. Is the Silver Surfer in this movie going to be a woman?
Now, this is pretty nuts for a couple of different
reasons.
First off, it's wild that the team will disband. I actually didn't see that coming, as I thought they would keep the family together. We've heard this team will be established in the 60s, and they're going to be the heroes of this world. They're going to be celebrities, and we've heard that they're going to be beloved by the public. Therefore, it's strange to imagine that the team would break up. I mean, this does kind of go against the family dynamic of the team from Marvel Comics. And I really do wonder what could make this team go their separate ways. I think that's really where the focus is for this leak. Now, on the surface, it's
probably Johnny's fault. Let's be real.
It's probably Johnny. As they have a child and they want to go be...
do y'all like Pedro Pascal as the Mr. Fantastic? I don't know why, but I just don't like the casting. He's a phenomenal actor, right? But when I think of Mr. Fantastic, I think of Jim from Office. I think of the one guy that played him in the 2000s movies, which I think they were pretty good, dude. At the time, I loved them. I even played the video games, which were god-awful. But I had a lot of fun. Now, I don't know, man. He doesn't strike me as... He strikes me as a casting that they make so they can get people in the seats. Which I don't know about that, man. I really don't. Like for instance, like the Wolverine and Deadpool movie. It was really good, but it was carried by cameos. The Human Torch one was amazing. But it just... I don't know. Something didn't sit well with me watching it because I was like, this movie... It just feels like it's over. I don't know. It just did something a little bit too much. I can't put my finger on it exactly. But big names, big faces do pull people into the theater, and they need people to watch this movie.
Parents instead of heroes. But that isn't what these characters
this needs
are
to be
like
a slam dunk
in Marvel
movie.
Comics.
For
in
sure.
fact, Reed Richards creates the celebrity of the Fantastic Four as an outlet for his friends and family to have a way to contribute and use their powers in a positive way. He does this because he feels so guilty about the accident, and he sees this celebrity and the creation of the team as his way of giving back to his team, giving them purpose, trying to alleviate his own
interesting way to
guilt.
look at it.
Therefore, it's really hard to imagine Reed letting all of that go and just allowing the team to disband. Personally, I believe there would have to be something drastic going on to get this team to fall apart, and it makes me think of some other wild rumors about this film. And I want to be super clear here. We're about to enter into deep speculation. We're going to talk about some fringe rumors that have not been corroborated by a lot of the really good sources out there. I do personally think these rumors are real, but there's way less evidence of these things happening than some of the other things happening.
He's just got a feeling.
Let's talk about this rumor of Galactus first coming to Earth during the birth of Franklin Richards.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Because if that is real, it implies that the Fantastic Four gets Galactus to leave. And this gets even more interesting when you realize that the Big G wants Franklin Richards. So if Galactus shows up to Earth when Franklin is born and he wants Franklin Richards, the question is, how do the Fantastic Four get Galactus to be like, okay, maybe not, and give up? And I can only think of a couple different ways, like some kind of crazy bargain, maybe a big threat using the ultimate nullifier or threatening Galactus with the ultimate nullifier. For those of you that don't know, the ultimate nullifier is this crazy freaking weapon that Reed Richards creates. It can wipe out whole portions of a universe. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Which they can easily tie the TVA into that as well. I think they could. I don't know. That might be a little bit too much crossover.
So you might say it's seeming less likely that Galactus would show up during the birth, but it's still technically possible, and I want to explain that in just a minute. Now, this could have something to do with RDJ's Doctor Doom, and some of the rumors about Doom in this film are very interesting. Currently, there's a rumor that RDJ's Victor Von Doom comes from the same universe as Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards. But there's another aspect to this rumor that could pull all of this stuff together. When we first heard that Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom was going to be from the same universe as Pedro Pascal's Fantastic Four, we all assumed it was going to be this universe, the one from this movie. Remember, it is an alternate universe. This is not the MCU 616. So we all just assumed, okay, branch timeline, Reed and Doctor Doom.
Dude, that's actually going to be really cool. Man, what could a Kang Dynasty really been, I wonder?
They come from this timeline. However, the other aspect of this rumor is that the Fantastic Four themselves will not be from this universe either. And in fact, there have been some indications that the people of that universe might find out that the Fantastic Four is not from there, and that might actually turn the public opinion against them. Now, if that is true, and maybe the team was manipulated by Reed to believe they were from that particular universe, and maybe the birth of Franklin undoes that or shows the team and possibly the world the truth, then yeah, I think that would be a big enough deal to get the whole team to disband. Now, going back to Galactus possibly showing up for the birth of Franklin and then possibly returning, there's actually a way that this could be the thing that explains to everyone that the Fantastic Four is not really from that universe. Because the rumor is that this version of Galactus, he's not from this universe either.
This is too much, bro. That's way too. Like, you're telling me you're going on a normie to go watch this movie. I'm so sorry, but like, there needs to be a balance of like out there shit, comic book craziness, and grounding. Like, you just, oh my gosh, I just feel like Disney. The storyline, people have fallen off completely. They go to a fucking Marvel movie nowadays and don't know the last 3 that came out. They didn't see them. Like the normies. Like I get it. Me, you, we fucking love this shit, right? We've been watching them consistently, gritting our teeth through some of the shows. But like if you want butts and seats and you want hype to be built, you need consistency. You need it to make sense, bro. Man.
And it starts to get so crazy. Like, I know this is really wild, and you're like, what universes? What the hell? They're from here? They're not from...
Like, who the fuck is from this universe in the first place?
Going on? I'm confused myself, but it's like, who's actually from this universe, man?
Exactly.
Galactus is not from this universe, and he's seeking out Franklin Richards. Maybe he shows up...
Maybe they defeat the first Galactus that comes for him as a baby. They kill him, they off him. And then another one teleports from another dimension, another universe.
During the birth of Franklin, and he tells the entire team and possibly the entire world that this Reed is a charlatan. He's been lying to you all, and they don't belong here, and this kid could cause the entire death of this universe and the multiverse. I'm not from here either. I'm going to take Franklin, and I'm getting on out of here. Either way, if these rumors are real, it seems like this whole celebrity of the Fantastic Four and the beginning of the film where they are in the 60s and they are heralded as heroes and everybody loves them, seems like that might not be real. That might be a creation of Reed Richards. Like, really, he might have manipulated this timeline, this reality.
This really reminds me of the Illuminati from
his family. So maybe that is ultimately what causes the team to disband. But let's also consider that Galactus does not show up immediately. Maybe Galactus will know of Franklin Richards and he'll eventually make his way to Earth. That's when the team reassembles after Silver Surfer arrives. Well, the birth of Franklin could still reveal this big secret. I mean, first of all, Franklin is a reality warper. Yeah. He can show people different things, take people into different dimensions. Basically, he has unlimited power.
He is a 10-year-old god, pretty much.
So maybe the birth of Franklin breaks
be hard
some
for Disney
kind
to
of
swallow,
spell
honestly.
or some kind of brain manipulation that Reed did
like,
to the
how do
team,
you balance that in a fucking
the big secret
cinematic universe?
And everybody turns on Reed Richards. Maybe the birth of Franklin actually causes an incursion, and then it is truly revealed that there's something weird going on with the universe of the Fantastic Four movie.
I think that's what's gonna happen, and I feel like Doctor Strange will be pulled into this, and they could have be teased in the next Doctor Strange adventure, right? Or maybe his adventure is teased in the Final Fantasy, the Fantastic Four
movie takes place in, and the team itself. It's also possible that the Council of Reeds, like different versions of Reed Richards from throughout the multiverse, maybe they show up when Franklin is born, and perhaps they reveal the secret of this.
It's crazy. We got a bunch of Reeds right here. Point one out that looks like Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal, Reed Richards to the rest of the world. I guess what I'm saying is this rumor of the Fantastic Four not actually being from that universe is weird, right? Like it's kind of a hard one to wrap your head around, and it could be used as a plot device. We're not really sure, but this whole thing with Franklin and his birth causing the team to disband and come back together, that's really interesting, and it technically fits with this other rumor of them not really being from that world. I think either way, this is a really exciting development as far as the leaks for this film, because it's going to really put this team to the test. It's going to give us a lot of tension, a lot of drama, and that will carry through to the team actually reuniting, facing off against Galactus, and then making their way to the 616 universe.
Yeah, I do have high hopes for this movie, because if this is all true, there's a lot of speculation that's being reported. But like they cooked with the Wanda show, and that was that was an old timey theme, right? And I just feel like Marvel movies could cook that way, right? Having that time period, the 60s, it would be very interesting. And also, when you break that wall and you go to a different, I don't know. But I don't know, man. I'm hyped for it, but I don't know if I like all this.
This universe that this film takes place in, it's going to be destroyed. That's a really old plot leak for the film, that they're going to destroy that universe, maybe just because of Doctor Doom, maybe because of the...
It would be cool to see Galactus win. That would be really cool. And a lot of the best, like, Avenger movies... they had conflict going on. Like Civil War is a perfect example for that, right? That was a really, really good movie.
Incursions,
so having the conflict with the family would be interesting.
The themselves will leave that universe as sort of refugees. They might come into 616,
which that also hints on how they have what's it called? Was it Secret Wars? When Doom pretty much makes his own universe. I mean, it kind of hints towards that as well. How they kind of escaped. I mean,
and then work with the Avengers to try to stop Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom. Oh, and by the way, it seems like Franklin Richards will be a massive part of how all of that's going to work together. So
I hope the actor that plays him nails the job, bro. If he doesn't, he's gonna get so much hate, and child actors that get hate is ridiculous. The fact that the corruption of child acting in general is just fucking gross. So,
I'm a massive fan of the cosmic side of the Marvel Comics universe.
Let's hope for the best.
A big fan of Franklin Richards and the Fantastic Four and Galactus. This is just seeming really freaking cool. So I want to talk about this new rumor here, guys. It kind of changes a lot of what we thought was going on. Let me know what you think about this.
I don't know what to think about this, because this was recommended by the YouTube algorithm, and obviously this came out when? Like 8 hours ago. We literally just reacted to the Final Fantasy. I keep doing this, dude. Fantastic Four coming to Marvel Rivals. So he's on it for sure. He knows what he's doing. He's getting the clicks. He's working the algorithm. The algorithm's working him. Great video. A lot of speculation, man. Do y'all think this is feasible? I don't know. Let's look at the comments though. Top comment is that line when you mess with time messes back in Endgame. They never said where Tony went. They left that open for interpretation. He took his ass to wherever the Fantastic Four are. You are making this more complicated than it has to be. Oh shit. Whoa. But Tony came back. Tony came back, right? Like he was Endgame. He ended the end. He ended the Endgame, bro. So like that Tony would be he'd be dead regardless, right? If he even went back and say he had a whole timeline with the Fantastic Four, right, and found them or whatever, I play into this this theory, like he eventually comes back. Unless, like, he swaps roles with another Tony Stark and then he becomes evil. But the Tony we know wouldn't do that. Like, I don't see that being a possibility. Now, you could have, like, it's a multiverse, so you could have, I guess, Tony doing that in a different parallel universe, but still, like, I don't know. It's a fun idea to play with. Oh god, it just makes it so weird. It's so complicated with the whole multiverse aspect, because at the end of the day, anything can happen, right? So like having like a consistent flow is tricky. And also having a consistent flow of butts and seats is tricky. You know what I mean? Reed did not create the ultimate nullifier. The Watchers created it as a last resort to deal with the unprecedented threat. And when it was used, it took out both the threats and more than half of the entire universe. It was stashed on the Watchers base on the moon, and Reed snagged it to threaten Galactus with. Interesting. I don't remember that. Oh, I didn't read that comic, but I've listened to plenty of like, I listen to like YouTubers that will like take the comics and they'll like pretty much turn them into like graphic little movies, which is really cool. I salute to everybody that does that shit, for not just Marvel stuff. I fucking love that shit. It's awesome. I'm hyped, dude. I'm so hyped. Whether it's Marvel Rivals or the Fantastic Four movie, I'm here for it, man. I really am. There's a lot happening in the MCU right now, and I'm so excited for it. Like, for instance, I was talking with my cousin Troy, and he was telling me that there's just a lot going on in this Captain America movie, right? Like Red Hulk looks awesome. That kind of sold me on it in the first place. But he said there's other elements like from the what's they called? Oh gosh, I forgot their name. The Eternals, which is interesting. Like, probably one of the worst Marvel movies in my opinion. But I honestly didn't finish it. There's like a huge fight at the end. It's actually the only Marvel movie I haven't finished. Wow. Like, I fell asleep watching it. I need to go back and watch that, man. I need to finish it at least. I'm not gonna start from the beginning. Wow. Yeah, I'm hyped, dude. Shout out to Josh, man. Go give him a sub. I've been sub to him for a very long time, way before I even considered making a YouTube video. So yeah, this is awesome news. Great take. And yeah, my name is Trey Swish. Thank you for watching this video, man. Thank you for, clicking on the ether. This is the ether. Make sure you hit that sub button to join the ether, baby. Let's get to 1,000, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.